Ready to take off from the trailhead. We got our car shuttlers. Yeah, so trailhead's right over there. 8 miles today. Pretty hot. 2 in the afternoon. So, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Get excited, yeah. We are on our way to the Ruby Mountains. We just took off from home. We have some excited kids in the back.
Whoopee! We're driving on the highway, and all these black things are bugs.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Just got to Elko, stopping in a McDonald's for our last good meal before we get into the mountains. Everybody's really excited about their Big Mac, especially her and her quarter pounder.
Yeah.
First view of the Rubies. Got about 30 more miles to the Harrison Pass, and we'll start our hike. Well, we're on our way. Hot and dry, mid-afternoon. About 2.5 miles in, out of 8 miles for today. Pretty warm, nice little breeze, but it's getting used to the elevation. Couple miles from McCutcheon Creek where we'll top off our water. Found a little spring to get our bandanas wet. Everybody's cooling down. Still pretty warm. We're at 3 miles.
Wait, we're at 3 miles?
3 miles, yep. 5 more to go. We'll hit a ridge here pretty quick and start going downhill a little bit. Should be quicker going. Just made it to McCutcheon Creek. Pretty tuckered out. We've gone about over 5.5 miles. We were gonna try to get to the south fork of Smith Creek. We're not sure if we're gonna stay here tonight or if we're gonna keep going. So we got probably 3 hours sunlight left, but that heat sure zapped it from us. We were pretty tired from that heat. So, but we made it to McCutcheon Creek. Well, we got to South Fork of Smith Creek after dark, so we couldn't do any video, but we're just getting some stuff ready to go. We just broke camp. It's pretty packed. A couple of people in our group took off to try to get a spot at Overland, so we're about ready to take off. And hopefully we've got about 6 miles today, maybe 7, we'll see. Depends on what the GPS says. We're in the middle fork of Smith Creek. Just came from that ridge behind me. Making pretty good time. We've got to head over to the North Fork of Smith Creek and then up to Overland Lake. So we have about half a day today. Hopefully get to the lake before it gets too hot. Hiking out of, I believe it's the North Fork of Smith Creek. Quite a bit of elevation gain, getting warm. Beautiful views, as you can see. Gotta head up to there. Lots of switchbacks. Almost to the top. Just up there. Beautiful views. Gets better. Go on, here comes Elise. Cranking up that hill, doing awesome. Oh, almost to the top. This has been quite a climb. Came from clear down there in the bottom, and we're here at the ridge. Just made it into the Overland Lake Basin. Working our way down to the beautiful Overland Lake. Gorgeous, as most things are.
She just this so
Dad.
much.
Living through it vicariously.
Oh, she does, you know.
Dad, what lake are we at?
Overland. There's a big sign right there.
Okay, I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna let me see it.
I already have something.
It's a nice, good spot.
When can I go there?
Eli, we were here first. We were here for like 5 minutes.
So?
Yeah. Yep, wait, I don't know. Yeah, there is Yep, there is I see it. Yay. Got it.
Oh, oh, oh.
Yeah, that doesn't go far.
Good morning. Still at gorgeous Overland Lake, catching lots of small brook trout. How many fish you caught today, Elise?
Like 3 or 4. But I caught like 43 yesterday.
Yeah,
Did you get any, Dad?
a few.
Were they big or small?
Small. How many fish you caught?
What?
How many fish have you caught?
In all?
Yeah.
Out of the last 2 days?
Yeah.
32.
32. How many fish have you caught?
11.
Yeah. You haven't been fishing as much as them though.
I know.
Doing a little bit of exploring, climbing up above Overland Lake, getting some beautiful views. I just made it up above Overland Lake. Pretty good little climb, beautiful views.
Guess what? I'm not jumping from here. I'm jumping down here. Too bad. No. Fine. It's water, it's not gonna kill you. Only if it's on the trail. I can't put my arms in, it's too close to my arms. You jump in! It is so cool. I'm fully in there. Yeah, and so then I went past them already. Thank you, Pumpkin. Go all the way down. I can't! Look at my shoulders! Oh, okay.
He's going head first. Yeah. How'd that feel? Okay, Allie. There you go. Let's go.
going.
1, 2, 3, go!
All right, hey!
Good job!
Good job!
Here's the rock. Ian.
There, girl.
Well, we had a little bit of change of plans. Our plan was to stay at Overland and rest a day, and then make the big long hike to Furlong today. But the heat has just been pretty crazy, plus my daughter kind of tweaked a muscle in her leg on that last hard day of hiking, so we just didn't want to get caught out in one of those. It's about 12 or 13 miles without any water, or about 11 by the last water source, and so decided not to try it. So the problem is our vehicle is at Lamole Canyon, and so I'm gonna take off from Overland to Lamole and bring the car around to the trailhead that takes you up to Overland Lake, which is about a 5-mile hike downhill for them. I'll have to come back up to get camp gear, but I'm gonna hike to about 20 miles today. I'm gonna rest tonight, and I'm gonna hike back up in the morning and meet back with them at Furlong Lake. They're gonna relax and do some fishing and stuff, but I heard it was supposed to be pretty hot today, so I ended up taking off at about 3 in the morning, so I've got about an hour before light. Hopefully I can get past most of the tough spot before it gets too hot. So that's the plan anyway. We'll see how it goes. I'm about 2 miles in. Just left my last water source for about the next 10 miles, so I've been just sucking down as much water as I can drink. Nice and cool. I can see just starting to see the light come up from the sunrise, so I'm gonna keep going about as fast as I can. I'm averaging about 20 to 25 miles or minutes a mile. So far so good. About 4.5 miles. I'm about ready to break up onto the spine. Came from over there, making good time still. The temperature drops just before the sun comes up, so it feels great. Sweating quite a bit, trying to make as far as I can before it starts to get hot. So far so good. Beautiful views. Can't wait to get up on the spine to see some of that sunrise. Just breaking out onto the spine. I've gone over 5 miles, just over a couple hours. Making good time. almost 6.5 miles. You can see the sun starting to come up. It's beautiful. It really cooled down, which has helped a lot. Just about ready to go over my first pass. There's 4 main passes on the crest ridge that I have to hit. About ready to go over the first. It's kind of hard to pick out, but there's 6 or 7 deer up ahead of me. They're gonna spot me here in a second. There they go. Nice bucks in there. Oh yeah, there's one dandy buck. Almost to the second pass. About to lose my shade. First time I'm in the sun. Nice and cool while it lasted. I've gone almost 8 miles in almost 3 hours, so still pretty good time. I think I'm gonna start probably slowing down as it heats up though. So sure is smoky. Grab another snack. It's hard to eat or keep enough calories moving this much, but it's kind of forcing myself. Oh, it's about ready to get to the third pass. So far so good with the sun. Legs are starting to get it. I'm almost at 9 miles, so almost halfway done. If the GPS is right. That was the last pass over there that I came over. And now we get a look at the last one, Wines Peak, before I head down into Furlong. Smoke is pretty bad. It's kind of tough to, oh yeah, kind of hard to breathe in this stuff. But I've got one more pass over there, and the other side of that ridge is Furlong. So still making pretty good time. Gonna grab another bite to eat. 3 hours and 36 minutes, almost 9 miles. If you can see those white dots, but those go some mountain goats way off in the sun. How cool is that? Yeah, it's hard to see, but the mountain goats are up at that top of that ridge. Kind of spooked them out here. I was hoping to get closer to them. Still pretty cool to see. Climbing up in those rocks. Had a group of about 10 or 12. Pretty awesome. About ready to head up the last pass before dropping into Furlong. Wines Peak, and it's one of the tallest points, I think around almost 11,000 feet up there. Got to pass that. That's Wines Peak, and then it's down into Furlong, downhill for quite a ways. So still doing pretty good. It's still not real warm. Not really liking the smoke, making it hard to breathe, but beautiful, beautiful morning otherwise. As an addendum, I just hit 10 miles in four hours. So about the time I wanted. I was hoping to get done 20. I was hoping to get done 20 miles in 8 hours. And so I'm pretty much on track. We'll see if I can keep this pace up. Whew, just made it up to the top of Wines Peak. About 10,800 feet. I came from over there. I'm at, let's see, 4 hours and 36 minutes and a little bit over 11 miles. Behind me is Furlong Canyon towards Liberty Pass. But man, the smoke is getting bad up here. Just crazy. Since I'm up here, I'm going to sign the register. Just coming down into Furlong Canyon. Getting down into the timber a little bit. It's cooled off a little bit after coming over Wines Peak. Still making good time. About 12.5 miles. Made it to the spring, just in the bottom of Furlong. Gonna top off my water to keep going. Whew, that's the first water for I think 10 or so miles. So just about ready to pass out of Furlong Canyon. Furlong Lake is down there at the bottom. There's Wines Peak up there. So just kind of about ready to drop down into where Favre Lake is. Still making pretty good time, starting to warm up. Got my neck gaiter nice and wet. Keep the sun off my ears and neck. So just chugging along. I think that's Liberty Lake over there. Liberty Pass, that low spot. Well, I'm just coming up to Fog Lake here in a few minutes. Pace is slowing down a little bit. I'm at 6 hours and 6 minutes and almost 15 miles. I can see where Liberty Lake is up beneath those cliffs, I believe. And the pass is just kind of that V goes down to the left. But I'm still doing good. I'm doing better than I thought energy-wise. But hoping to be done here in about 2 hours or a little bit less. Should get me out by about 11 a.m. About 8 hours total, maybe a little bit more. So, sure been beautiful. There's Fog Lake, and then up above it is Castle Lake. On my final push to Liberty Lake, just up above here. So beautiful. Made it to Liberty Lake. Gorgeous. I just got one last little climb up there to that spot, and I am down to the car. Almost 7 hours and almost 17 miles. Just about ready to leave Liberty Lake. It's gorgeous. It's one of my favorite lakes I think ever. Just beautiful. Over there in the distance is Castle Lake. Last view of the Rubies, about ready to go over Liberty Pass down to Lamoille Canyon. There's the parking lot down at the bottom. Oh man, one downhill to go. 7.5 hours, almost 17.5 miles. About 2 miles down. I don't think I'm gonna get my 8-hour goal, but should be within 9. So, whew. On my way down, there's Lamoille Lake, and then Lamoille Canyon over there. Oh, I finally made it. I've got about 100 feet to my car. Oh, I've never been so happy to see a car in my life. When we get to the parking lot, I will do the official distance. It's looking like 20.5 miles in a little bit less than 9 hours. So I'm pretty pleased with that. But came from up there where the V is, straight ahead. That was the Liberty Pass, and somebody didn't steal my car, so that's always a plus. But whew, what a freaking day! 8 hours 47 minutes. It's gonna be 48 minutes. 20.55 miles. And there's the
3 hours later.
Well, I guess I'm a glutton for punishment. After I got down from my 20-mile hike, I just decided I was either gonna sleep at the trailhead of the Overland Lake and come up the first thing in the morning, or see how I felt. And although I'm pretty tired, the weather was cooperating. A little bit drizzly, cool. So I just decided to come on up. Started around 4 o'clock. Should take me 3.5 hours. Should get up there before dark. So all in all, it's gonna end up being about if I make it, about a 26, 27 mile day. So far so good. Headed up there. Well, the sky's just opened up a little bit on me. Oh, it feels good. Hope it doesn't keep up for too long. I'll get cold. Definitely has cooled down from what it was this afternoon though. Headed up there. Last little climb up to Overland Lake. It's been quite a day. I'm tuckered out. Once I get up here, I think it'll be about 26 or 27 miles total. Probably 7,000 or 8,000 vertical feet. I'll be sleeping good tonight. Oh, just made it to Overland Lake. 2 hours and 30 minutes. My GPS says 5.5 hours, 5.5 miles. I'm exhausted. Like I said, I'll be sleeping good tonight.
What you doing, bud?
I'm too tired.
Finally made it to the car. There it is down there. Whew, it's a warm one.
last. I know, I was done.
Everybody is happy, stuffing themselves with Wendy's.